Now another reaction which is called aromatization reaction. What type of reactions are called aromatization reaction? You know aromatic compound. Aromatic compound should follow three conditions. The compound must be cyclic, the compound should have planar structure, the compound should satisfy Haeckel pi electron rule, then the compound is called aromatic compound. And the alkanes are not aromatic because they are open chain compound, but you can convert one alkane to one aromatic compound, and that reaction is called aromatization reaction. I mean non-aromatic compound you can convert it to aromatic. That type of reaction is called aromatization reaction. Normally, when higher member alkanes like hexane, heptane, this type of alkane are heated at high temperature and at high pressure and in presence of some suitable catalyst, then the alkane will be converted to some aromatic hydrocarbon. But the reaction should be carried out in presence of catalyst and in presence of oxygen. And that is why since it convert to aromatic, that's why the reaction is called aromatization reaction. For example, suppose this is one of the compound I have written in bond line formula. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon present. 6 carbon means this is not a cyclic compound. This is open now. That's why this is simply hexane. When this hexane is heated at a high temperature like 773 Kelvin, and the pressure required 10 to 20 atmosphere pressure, I mean high temperature, high pressure is required to carry out the reaction, and one catalyst is required, that is vanadium pentoxide V2O5. When this hexane is heated at high temperature and at high pressure in presence of suitable catalyst, then this hexane will be converted to one aromatic compound, benzene, like this. As you know, hexane formula is C6H14. Benzene formula is C6H6. So some hydrogen will be released. How much hydrogen will release? Since benzene is H6, so 8 hydrogen will be released, and that 8 hydrogen you will get as 4H2 side product. I mean 8 hydrogen is released, and the compound will convert it to aromatic one. That's why the reaction is called aromatization reaction. So what is the difference between cracking reaction and aromatization reaction? Both requires high temperature, high pressure, but the difference is cracking reaction, I mean the pyrolysis reaction carried out in absence of oxygen, but aromatization reaction is carried out in presence of oxygen. Similarly, in cracking reaction there is no catalyst required, but in aromatization reaction some catalysts are required. Similarly, if you take 7 carbon alkane, suppose this is one alkane which contains 7 carbon, then it is called heptane. When heptane is heated in presence of vanadium pentoxide catalyst, temperature 773 Kelvin, pressure 10 to 20 atmosphere, then it also converted to one aromatic hydrocarbon. It will produce methyl benzene like this. This is also one example of aromatic compound. Side product will be 4H2. This reaction is called this compound is called methyl benzene. It is also called toluene. I mean non-aromatic compound is converted to aromatic. That's why this type of reactions are called aromatization reaction. Now another reaction which is called isomerization reaction. Isomerization reaction. Now what is isomerization reaction? You know about isomers, similar formula but different structures. When a straight chain alkane, suppose this is one example of straight chain alkane, hexane. When this straight chain alkane is heated with, this is your heat symbol, is heated with anhydrous. Anhydrous means dry. Anhydrous aluminum chloride, this is your catalyst. When higher member alkanes are heated in presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride, then the compound, not only AlCl3, hydrochloric acid is also required as catalyst. So when the higher member alkanes are heated in presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride and hydrochloric acid HCl, then the hexane will form some isomers. Isomers means it produce this one, which is called 2-methyl pentane. Formula same, but the structures are different. I mean, it produces isomer, or it may produce this one, which is called 3-methyl pentane. So this type of product it may form, and that's why the reaction is called isomerization. You know, hexane, 2-methyl pentane, 3-methyl pentane, these are called isomers. They have similar formula but different structures. Since the compound produce some isomer, that's why the reaction is called isomerization reaction. So isomerization reaction means the reaction in which higher member alkanes are heated in presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride and HCl, then it will convert it to some isomers. It will produce some isomer. That's why the reaction is called isomerization reaction. Now, some oxidation reaction of alkane. Oxidation reaction of alkanes. You know, oxidation means addition of oxygen. Normally, when alkane or hydrocarbon is bound with oxygen, O2, then it will convert it to carbon dioxide and it produce water. Any hydrocarbon, when you burn with oxygen, it produces carbon dioxide and water. And this is one example of oxidation reaction, because addition of oxygen is called oxidation. So similarly, when ethane you burn with oxygen, it also produces carbon dioxide and water. But when the alkane is burnt with oxygen, if oxygen is limited amount, I mean in small amount, if you take oxygen, then it produces your carbon, only carbon, and water will be produced like this. So if oxygen is excess, you will get carbon dioxide, but if oxygen is present in limited amount, you will get carbon with water. Now another oxidation, which is called control oxidation. Control oxidation. Control oxidation means you have to apply oxygen in presence of some suitable oxidizing agent. Temperature should be fixed, pressure should be fixed. Then that oxidation is said to be the control oxidation. For example, when methane combines with oxygen in presence of catalyst copper, which in presence of catalyst copper, temperature required 500 Kelvin, pressure required 100 atmosphere. So temperature, pressure, these are fixed. That's why the oxidation is called control oxidation. Then the methyl will be converted to methanol like this. I mean, it will produce alcohol. This is another example of oxidation reaction. To balance here, you can put 2. Similarly, when methane combines with oxygen in presence of one catalyst, molybdenum oxide, MO2O3. Molybdenum is a metal, and in presence of heat, then it will convert it to methanol. It will convert it to methanol, and side product you will get water. So these are the examples of oxidation reaction. In exam you will get the reaction like this. This plus this, catalyst is given, temperature is given, you have to write the product. I mean, in the product side you will get the question mark, you have to complete the reaction. That type of reaction also you will get. So these are the main reactions of alkanes. You have to learn all the reactions, and from this reaction different types of question will ask. I'll give you the idea of questions, then you will get this thing.